Here we are. I am Andrew Garfield, and I am here with
Patricius.
And I am going to be reading your thirst tweets. Oh god. I can't believe Andrew Garfield invented being sexy. I find it hard to believe to the point of knowing that it's not true. Who was it that invented being sexy? Like, when was sexy invented? I guess consciously. It would have to be a human, although I'm sure before humans existed in the cosmos and on Earth, there are forms of life that... Did anyone else think about my octopus teacher being a little, like, oddly sexy? Not sexy, but like... I noticed like online there were people that were like, I love that film, by the way, and I didn't find it sexy. It was someone else that thought that there was... I just read one thing online, something sexy happening between the octopus and the man. God, why did I agree to this? Garfield was a gymnast and a swimmer during his early years and was also an avid philatelist? I don't know about this. Is it pronounced philatelist? I think that's a stamp collector, because philatelist sounds like a different story that I'm not comfortable talking about. You Fat and Stupid says, what's with Andrew Garfield simultaneously starring in two based on true story pro-Christian set in Japan movies, Silence and Hacksaw Ridge? What's with that? What's with Andrew Garfield doing this? What right does he have? Who does he think he is? What's his deal? What are you doing with your life, you fat and stupid? You're not fat and stupid. You're sweet. You're probably a sweet person. If we were in the room together, we would have a nice conversation. But this is not the way to talk to me about my life and my work. Love you. Next.
What's your most used emoji?
I like the upside down smiley face guy.
Your demonstration?
Yeah.
That's great. I'm not much of an emoji person, but I quite like the prawn for no reason.
Demonstration.
Is that an emoji?
Demonstration.
Rubbish.
I'm a Leo man, and it's very, very hard for me not to. Flattery is the way into my heart. I'm trying to take these and just kind of bow so that the compliments kind of fly over my head. You know, that was the original impetus behind the inventing bowing after a performance or whatever. It was actually to let the applause fly over your head so you didn't get inflated. I kind of dig that. So this is like a real test for me to not get egotistical. Even mustache Andrew Garfield, that was a dark time for everybody. Garfield is thick. And woke to the best things to be. If I am in fact thick, my God, that's the dream. Because when I was a kid, I was a streak of piss, as you might say. So any thickness or anyone claiming that I have thickness, I appreciate, and wokeness too. Tobey Maguire was the best Peter Parker. He was not a good Spider-Man though. Andrew Garfield was the best Spider-Man, but was way too cool to be Peter Parker. Tom Holland is just the average for both, which makes him the best because he's the only one that is decent at both. Okay, cool, man. Fine, whatever. Like, cool. That's your opinion, bro. Climb a tree. Toby is my favorite, right? Because that's my childhood. I think I watched that first Spider-Man film back to back like 3 times with my friend Terry McGinnis, and we were just incredibly high, and we would do the lines to each other, and he just was cracking up in my face, saying, "You'll never play Spider-Man." And now Sam, here we are. It's Andrew Garfield playing Spider-Man again. Yeah. Oh, you almost got me. No, I'm not. I'm not. Crying out loud. Like, I feel like I'm in a game of fucking werewolf or mafia where I'm like, I'm not the werewolf. I promise you I am not the werewolf. And everyone's like, you're the werewolf. You're the fucking werewolf. Look at him. He's like, I feel like I'm in a game of werewolf, and I'm just saying I'm not the werewolf. I am not the werewolf. I promise you guys, I am not the werewolf.
Andrew, do you have any opening statement, any preamble before we launch right in?
Oh my goodness! Like it's hard to know. Like it's hard to know if I won the game of werewolf or if I lost it or if I'm somewhere in between. I am the werewolf, and it was really fun to do that and to play that with you. Emma kept on texting me and she was like, "Are you in this new Spider-Man film?" And I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
You're stonewalling Emma.
She was like, shut up, just tell me. I'm like, I honestly don't know what. I kept it going even with her. And I'm so happy that I get to talk about it now because it's like, I've had so many different hats on in the sense of like first and foremost, I am a fan. So when Amy Pascal and Kevin Feige and John Watts asked to have a word with me and talk to me about an idea and they pitched it, it was like I was the fans in the audience watching it on screen for the first time with like the three Spider-Men across universes are sharing a frame together, and like your little head just explodes. And then the fact that I get to be one of those people wearing the suit next to my actual Spider-Man hero, Tobey Maguire, and the brilliant, incredibly talented, heartfelt, funny, good, sweet, perfect Spider-Man of Tom Holland, and then I get to be the middle brother. And I get to be like in awe of my older brother and in full longing to protect my younger brother. And just like, and also there's something spiritual that kind of happened and happens and that we were exploring in the film, which is like, you know, archetypally, the character is so alone. The isolation, that's a big important part of the character in terms of the canon of Spider-Man for me anyway. And I think one of the reasons why I think it's so appealing to so many people around the world is that feeling of solitude that we can all, and loneliness maybe is a better word, that we can all relate to. I still can't believe it happened, and I'm just like, you know, I snuck into a theater on opening night and just watched from like with my baseball cap on and my mask and just kind of like, and in fact I was actually with Toby. Me and Toby snuck into a theater together and no one knew we were there. It was just a really beautiful thing to share together and to find a brotherhood with Toby as well, and with Tom, and the fact that we have shared, that we do share a very unique experience.
Would you do it again? Would you put the suit on if given the opportunity?
I mean, never say never. I mean, it's a character that's always gonna be so meaningful to me and so beautiful to me. And again, it comes back to service, you know. I think if there's a way, because that's what that character is all about. He's all about serving the greater good and serving his fellow people, his fellow, you know, serving humanity and all life, you know. So if there's a way for me to continue to add to the legacy of that character in a way that feels like it's of service to an audience, of service to the themes, that, you know, the themes that Stan Lee kind of injected that character with, I'm open, of course. I'm very, very open. Is Andrew Garfield alive? What do you think? What do you see? What do you feel? I want Andrew Garfield to smash a laptop on my tits. That's good. I'm not gonna do that. I draw the line. Nope. Like, this is like pro tip and also like boundaries. Like, if anyone says, I want to smash a laptop on your breasts, just say, get out of my house. Now onto Quora. But yeah, no, this is my accent. Or is it? Andrew Garfield's spandex-clad buttocks should be legally obliged to appear in all superhero movies from now on. I wonder what my fee would be to bring that thickness. Tom Holland with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield? My bussy is shaking. Oh, the bussy. Bussy shaking is, we know where that leads. And I'm afraid it may be shaking in vain. Thank you for these thirst tweets. This was really fun and slightly disturbing and occasionally arousing, so thank you.